Parents living in Huntsville are concerned about the safety of their children after spotting an alligator behaving abnormally. One parent expressed worries at yesterday's city council meeting. That's according to AL.com. The neighborhood where the gator was spotted sits next to the Greenway along Hazeland Road. City officials told News 19 this was one of the areas where alligator warning signs have been installed. And just a reminder, if you see a gator, the best thing you can do is stay calm and do not interact with it.
Mr. Dale Jackson is our next speaker.
Thank you very much. Dale Jackson, 123 Main Street, Huntsville, Alabama. I've talked more about alligators in the last 5 days than I have my entire life. I went to the University of Florida. I lived in Florida. I'm petrified of alligators. Long story behind it. But here's what I do know from talking to the individuals who've been impacted over at Hayes Farm. The alligator there killed a dog. There's a lot of questions about whether it did or whether it didn't. I've seen the photos. I've seen the photos of the dog underwater, because if people don't know this, an alligator will attack something, take it with them, put it under the water, wait till it decays, come back, eat it, and then discard some of it. That's what happens. It's there. It's taken a dog. There were 2 kids in the place where this was happening. Alligator experts in other states have said that if it didn't flee those 2 kids that were shooting BB guns, it was coming for them. That dog walked in front of the alligator, in between those 2 kids, and it got. That's what happened. And now the people involved in this, the guy who lost his dog, was told by these conservation people that he needs to learn to live with that alligator. And I just want to explain something here. I think we all understand that you guys can't call out someone to come and take the alligator away. I think we get that that's the rules. But you all are very powerful, and you have the ability to speak out to your legislators, who I think are very amiable to doing something about this, making it to where you can hunt in North Alabama and kill these things. Here's what's going to happen. Okay, the end result of this is going to be somebody is going to be bitten and eaten by these things. That's going to happen. There has to be a policy in place that says if it's this big and it does this, this is going to happen. It needs to be a blanket policy. I understand you guys, your hands are tied, but we've got to figure something out here in the city or in the state to deal with this, because the minute it gets a kid, we're going to be right back in here, and all of a sudden solutions are going to start flowing. And they may not come from this room, and they may come from elsewhere, but it's going to happen. If this alligator was walking around in the new developments in the shopping centers, it's going to be removed, and they're not going to put it right back in the lake. They're going to kill it. That's what they're going to do. And that's exactly what they should do. It is not afraid of humans anymore. It's not the only one, but it is not afraid of human beings. So we can sit here and talk and wait days. And in the flyer, it says a whole list of things you're supposed to do with these alligators, not feed them. The alligator doesn't care that human beings are feeding it. It's not going to think differently about anything. It just knows it's been fed. And in that flyer, it says, report nuisance gators. The guy reported a nuisance gator, and they gave him a flyer saying, report the nuisance gator. The status quo is not going to work. Someone will die.
Mr. Jackson, I'm going to have to cut you off there, but we get the gist of what you're saying.
Could I make a follow-up comment to that?
Yes, ma'am.
I think we need to be clear with the public that Mr. Walker, as Mr. Hamilton mentioned, Mr. Walker is our landscape director, who is works very closely with the Department of Fish and Wildlife, and he has confirmed with them that if an alligator is threatening, that a pet, a child, a person, that individual would be within their rights to kill the gator. And we just need to make sure that everybody understands that.